Greetings! Welcome to the devlog for Alpha 1 of Update 118 of Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. We're going to start off as always with a quick sound check. Make sure your speakers aren't up too high. Wonderful. So what have we got for you this week? Well, we are just about done with the huge reflex sight migration that I have been going on for really past month and a half or so. And so we're going to jump in, take a look at those new toys, as well as talk about some changes that have come to our qualification range scene. So first toys. Let's see if we can actually get ourselves a lane. They might all be taken. We might have to wait until a Sosig is done with. Sosigs are done with this lane. Let's see if I can take it. Is my little stand gonna show up here? Nope. Another one must have grabbed it. We'll actually come all the way down to the end. As you can see, it's a little more populous here, and part of the reason for that is that the qualification range now has a range attendee settings panel that allows us to set the population. The population automatically regenerates, and as you can see here, is going all the way up to a max of 30. But obviously, there's not 30 lanes here, and so you can see another piece of functionality has been added, which is that Sosigs can watch other Sosigs shooting if there aren't enough lanes. Why aren't you shooting? Gotta shoot, buddy. Oh, there you go. You know what? I've got to tune that firing angle. I think a couple of them are getting stuck with difficult shots. Wouldn't be a devlog without a bug. Let's come down here. It'll be a bit quieter down here. All the way at one end. Wonderful. So we have ourselves a firing station. Wish our gun was a little quieter there. Alright, so let's take a look at what we've got. We've got, it was Holosight week this week. So we've got the VUH-1. Let's see how that looks. Very clear. Very, very nice. Oh, we need to actually zero it. Let's just zero it for 100. That should be good. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Not really made for that range. Ooh, I forgot to grab a piece of equipment. We have got ourselves our replacements for our old Navtech models. Let me actually quickly, we're going to just go to teleport real quick. And actually replace something else super important over in magnifiers. Where are you? There we go. Beautiful. Success. Go back to our firing position. There we go. Beautiful. So, as I mentioned last week, we have finally gotten the old creaky Navtech Holosight models out that are in like every single VR game. And along with them, we have replaced the magnifier as well. Flips out. Remember, you can just put your controller over it like that. There we go. Oh, oops. Is that a culling issue? There we go. Let's put that out more. Oh, it's doing it to me again. It's doing it to me again. Wow, it's that broken? Oh, there we go. Let's see where this is. This is a camera culling issue I've been fighting with for a while. Looks like that's as close. Well, that's definitely not right. I'll fix that before our update later today. Really?
I just realized. I don't have feet either.
Oh, that's because we're back to 10. There we go. 200. There we go. Wonderful. So yeah, so we've got also, I decided to put in an FDE variant of our long Holosight. Oh, same culling bug. Yeah, we gotta fix that. We gotta fix that. That's not acceptable.
I need to get my eyes checked.
There we go.
I can't see anything these days.
we actually have a... Hi, buddy! We actually have a Sosig watching us here. You just gonna hang out? Just to keep the lane warm for me. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Here, let me walk up here a little further away from the gunfire. This is like the first time I've recorded a devlog with like a lot of Sosigs just constantly shooting in close aspect, and it is amazing how difficult it is to actually concentrate. So yeah, as I said, we are just about done with the Reflex update. I have updated the last pieces that are in the game to the new systems. If we come over here, we can check them out.
If standing in one place for more than 4 hours, please consult a medical professional. Wait a minute.
Pull this off. We've got the G36 combo scope along with the G36. Now has updated red dot that's actually precise. Should be able to zero that. Oh yeah. Was that the right one? That's the... I think that's for the scope, actually. Yep, that's for the scope.
Oh, ketchup. I just can't win you.
I don't know if I have a firm opinion about this.
Gotta say, crowded range with 30 Sosigs, a little difficult to do a devlog in. Let's jump over to the indoor range where it's a little quieter. Ah, there we go. Quiet. That was quite cacophonous. Anywho, let's take a look at one other thing. So I was actually in error the other week, I should say, when I was showing off the OEG that has a fiber optic that has its reticle get brighter and darker based upon the scene that you're in. And I had messed up. Ole had actually coded that functionality for the scope system, but I hadn't actually put that version of the scope system into the game yet. So our TA31s weren't responding to brightness. Now they should be. Should be in that I'm going to show you this, and it's a devlog, which means it might break. So if we look down here, let's actually, we need to actually turn on, there we go, red color. So you have an illuminated reticle. So that should be based upon the amount of light around us. So if we turn this off, there we go. The reticle is super, super dim. I don't know how much that shows off in the video. My understanding is it should have some baseline illumination due to the tritium in there. Bright, dark, bright, dark. And part of the reason that that's useful is that if we then go over to Toys and Tools, go over to Head Mounted, wherever Head Mounted is, Furniture, Rail Hat. This is harder to do in the dark. There we go. And we grab ourselves a PVS 31. Pop that on. There we go. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. So despite the fact that it is very, very dark in here, we can see our ACOS reticle. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Oh, that's super cool. Let's put you out. Oh, that's so bright through this. There we go. Shooting in night vision is just so much fun. I'm so glad that we put the many months of effort it took to do this well into the game. So yeah, so there is your functionality for, oh my gosh, I can't see, for fiber optically driven reticles. And in case you didn't see, these actually do change with the color that you picked for it. Oh, that's so cool. So there you have it. So let's jump out of VR. I've got a bunch of other little tweaks and fixes and changes. They're in this build. Let's go over them. Yo! So out of VR, what else is in this build? As I said before, unless I somehow missed one, everything that has a reflex sight should now be converted over to the new systems. There were a couple sort of like combination optics, like the G36 one, the ham combo scope that has just like an extra integrated reflex sight on the top of it. Those should now all be in, and I think I have fixed all of the random bugs. A bunch of the ones I did last week were like broken or caused weird errors because I was just testing too many of them at once. That should all be fixed. Additionally, there were a whole bunch of items that had old or incorrect item or missing item spawner images. Those should now also finally be fixed. The COM4 reflex sight had a weird interaction zone placement. I don't know how that happened, but it was like forward and to the side. So that has been fixed. And I fixed the EM5's front sight flipping not working. Once again, misplaced trigger zone. So as I said before, this update was involved some replacing some things. So the old Holosights and the old 3x magnifier from literally 10 years ago have been removed. So salute them for their service, but we've got something better now. So yeah, so that just about does it. I know it's not a whole ton, but part of the whole point of this was just just making sure that everything that we have added over the course of this update is locked in and it's ready to work. This is a migration over to the alpha branch, and so that means that those of you folks who like play mods and such, just like double check that none of the changes I've made, I don't think they should break anything, but this will be the moment, because I know some people run on alpha, not experimental, where we'll find that out. And then next week, we will be moving to full release, and I've got some other night vision goodies for you next week to sort of celebrate Update 118 making it onto the main branch. So yeah, so that's business, and then for ridiculous pleasure, we have our latest instance of hot dog or not dog. You're gonna cringe even more. I know some of you were very confused and disheartened when you saw me do a peanut butter and jelly hot dog at the initiation of this segment. And I was in Trader Joe's the other day, and I noticed for the first time in ages a product that confused me the moment it was released. It might be one of the, if not the, maybe the least healthy thing that Trader Joe's sells. I don't know how many of you are aware of speculoos cookie butter, but it's basically like someone looked at cookies and were like, that's not efficient enough to put in my face hole. It's been pulverized down, mixed with a vegetable oil blend of palm and canola and citric acid. So yeah, it's weaponized concentrated cookie in paste form. And I was like, well, if peanut butter works on a hot dog, maybe speculoos cookie butter does as well. And so we once again have a return of the mighty good dog, and we have just coated this with a whole bunch. I do notice from the hotness of the hot dog that whatever this has to have a very high palm oil content, because it's getting drippy. It is very melty. So before it just completely leaks out of this, here we go. Let's do a bite. Oh, it's on her face. All right, folks. It's an important day. It's an important day. I think I've managed it. I have managed to find a thing that really has no place being on a hot dog. We have our first true not dog, folks. It is Trader Joe's. I don't know. It's weird because sweet peanut butter worked on it fine. But I don't know if it's just because this is so sweet, or it's like whatever. Maybe it's just sweet plus cinnamon and nutmeg are a big no. Which is weird because there are meaty things that you can put cinnamon and nutmeg with, and it works fine. But Yeah, well, we're gonna do one more small bite to confirm. Oh yeah, it's awful. It's just this stuff. It's mostly sugar, and despite the fact that there's many sweet things that taste great on a hot dog, it just pushes it. It's actually a little nauseating. Just how bad it is. Oh, don't 0 out of 0. 0 points. Speculoos cookie butter is on a hot dog is a not dog. So there you go. Thanks for as always accompanying me on these food journeys that are sometimes painful in sensorially intense ways and sometimes painful in significantly more mundane. No, that doesn't belong on a hot dog. So I guess I've disproved my initial assertion that I had made at the beginning of the series, which is that the hot dog is so versatile that you can put anything on it, because they sure sell this in this is food ostensibly, and doesn't belong on a hot dog. So, but if you're having a bad day, still very useful to just curl up in a corner with a spoon and inflict violence on your health with. So, anywho, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Let me know if you run into any bugs with our alpha branch of this build, and I will see you all next week with the main branch release of Update 118. Peace.